Hello, everybody. So, last time I turned pressure characters into cats. I did 4. Um, Today I'm going to be turning Doris characters into cats. And one, and I already know what I'm starting with. And I'm starting with this is the first one. Oh fuck, what's the first one I'm gonna be catifying today? I showed like a general idea. I forget where. It might have just been in private. I don't know if it's public. But I'm gonna be doing Curious Light, Guiding Light, and what people are calling Mischievous Light, the modifiers guy. Because I have concepts for all of those. And then I'm just gonna go on the Doors wiki and go from there. And I'm just gonna hit. Can I hit? Yeah, I'm just gonna hit random page until it gets somewhere, and we're gonna go from there. But I do have concepts already for 2 of these guys, so this shouldn't take too long. Hopefully, we'll see. Anyway, I shall be back. Hi everybody. It's been like a week or 2 since I originally recorded these, so good for you, because it means I'm finally getting off my ass and doing this voiceover and everything. So we're starting off with Guiding Light, who in canon is literally just blue lights. Now the reason I'm starting with these 3 is because there was something mentioned, I think in the crucifix, mentioned the 3 architects, and I'm like, well, I might as well do them because I have concepts for them. And I've had concepts for a Guiding Light for a while. So I tried to make her as fluffy and just as kind as possible to kind of go with the moon, I guess. I'm just like, let's just make her like as fluffy and as friendly as possible. I have no idea what the fuck these guys' pronouns are. I think I see Guiding Light as more feminine. I don't know why. Probably because the moon is usually referred to feminine pronouns, but whatever. I tried to make her silhouette as curved as possible to kind of match up with her sigil or whatever, and I did end up giving her little feet a little bit of fur, as well as tufts of the ears to kind of, just one tuft to kind of like, I don't know, like go make it that crescent shape. I did kind of give her a underbelly of white because to just provide a lot of contrast to the bunch of more saturated blues and stuff, and kind of just even out the design overall. For all these guys, I took inspiration from like Star Clan designs from Warrior Cats. As like they're supposed to be like very saturated, very light, a lot of brighter colors, and I don't know why I struggled with making the crescent on her forehead, but I did. Still not the biggest fan of it now, but like it works. I tried my best to give each of their symbols on their head as like this is what they represent, sort of. And I kind of wanted their markings to all be similar. So I made Guiding Light have more like swirly or like wavy stripes, I guess. I don't make it darker as well as just like provide just like a visual interest to her as well. Could I have just done like a plain pelt? Yeah, but that's boring, okay? And I don't like boring. Overall, I really like her. I love these guys. These are probably the strongest designs I've done, in my opinion. And I just love them all a lot. I did straight color pick her main fur color from the symbol or whatever from the wiki. So, yeah. I really like her. This is Guiding Light. I love her so much. She's so much kinder than Sebastian. Alright, so the next one up is Curious Light, who I also had some concept for. Fun fact, Curious Light was made in my normal art program, and Guiding Light was made in Free Draw on Roblox for no reason. So again, I wanted to keep all 3 of the lights, their patterns very similar, or at least their patterns and markings very similar, kind of like the same idea, because they all work almost the exact same. I wanted to make him scruffier I don't know, just scruffy lad who don't really care. I guess that's my opinion on him anyway. It is very hard to do a tail like that. I need to get better about that. It took me like ages to figure out how I wanted to do the fur on his tail, but it worked out and works great. A lot of stuff everywhere. I wanted to mimic the tufts on his ears, also on like his elbows, I guess. I don't know what else to refer to those, that part as. The closest I can get to is, yeah. And made his ear tufts very similar to the star shape that his emblem is. Again, went with the very... I did also go and like, you know what, it'd be cool to like get some fur on his back. So I added fur on his back because why not? It helped add to the silhouette of him being kind of sticking out at all places, and I think it works really well for what we're going with here. I did directly color pick his yellow. I'm searching for one small spot that wasn't filled. Sorry about that. I did color pick the yellow straight from him. I have not worked with yellow much in my designs. I need to get more. Again, I made his stripes very sharp, very angular. I give his paws different markings than guiding light. In overall, I did thicken up the lines in the end for his stripes as well. I do go and give him a very similar light yellow underbelly. It made the fur kind of spikier than instead of like wavier compared to guiding light, because these two were kind of opposites, but they're also very similar. Again, I also added marks on his eyes that are a lot sharper compared to guiding light, and just overall made him very spiky. I really enjoy this. I need to work with yellow more in my designs because I'm bad with them. And also all these guys are getting little sparkles around them because like they are literally in canon just sheets of light and twinkles and sparkles. So I know I called this guy Mischievous Light in the intro. He's Mischievous Light is actually not canon. His name is actually Red Light, which is boring, I'm not gonna lie. I gave some ear tufts that kind of resembled swirls, and again, wanted them to look very similar to Guiding and Curious Light because they are one of the three architects, at least in my opinion. Like, why else would they be here? And why else would they be in that painting with all of their symbols? I made his for like a mix of them, of Guiding and Curious Lights. Like, it's very wavy but also kind of spiky in some parts, and just overall kind of give him some belly fur very similar to Guiding Light but not as like long, I guess. Overall wanted to keep this design very androgynous, I guess. Nothing really masculine about it compared to Guiding, who was very feminine, and Curious, who's very masculine. Those are just my headcanons. You can draw them whatever fucking gender you want. These guys are literally fucking sparkles and swirls and everything. I again color picked this one because I did not know what else to do, and this is my first time working with reds like this in a design. I mean, I worked with reds in Imaginary Friend and like some of the Team Fortress 2 ones, but I haven't really done anything like this. I kind of gave them again a mix of the two when it comes to the shapes of the under fur, I guess. And went with, it looks really pink, but it's leaning more red, but pink is just like lighter red, so I don't give a fuck. I had an original concept where like the under of them would be really dark. I don't know why, but I like this a lot more. Kind of gave them swirly stripes. I don't really know what to call it. It's like what, I don't know, it's just swirly stripes because this guy's symbol is literally a spiral. So this guy's obviously more mischievous than the other two, and it's probably not good at all. I'm gonna call it now. They are probably the reason why these entities hate us. That's just a headcanon of mine. I wanted their eye markings to like kind of look like a swirl in a way, compared to the other twos, which like looked just like, you know, the symbols or whatever, and this one's a spiral, so I'm like, well, fuck it, I'll just do it. I did just straight up trace the symbol because I am not freehanding that. I'm sorry, I am not. It's right there. I can do it. I'm admitting it. I traced it. It's a symbol. It's fine. I'll redraw it whenever I draw them again, and I'm gonna hate myself, but it'll be worth it because in this moment I just fucking traced it. I don't know why I paused for a little while here, but I am. Overall, I really enjoy it. It took me ages to kind of figure out right colors for this one, I guess. I was like kind of flitching around with the idea of like, oh, what if it was lighter over the for the eye markings? Like, no, it genuinely looks stupid. And then here are the sparkles. I really like this. I like what I did for all these guys. It's hard to catify things of fucking light. You know what? I'll be back. Alright, so I have all the entities I can realistically catify that are in the game. We have Seek, Figure, Ambush, Rush, Halt, Eyes, Screech, Dupe, Hide, Dread, El Goblino, and Jeff. I thought I had one twice. I don't. Alright. Let's fucking do this, dude. Alright, I'll be doing Rush tomorrow. Hello everybody, I'm back. I had a lovely dinner of some really good fucking Alfredo pasta. Anyway, here we are with Rush. As you saw in the video, I just gave up doing random and I just spun a wheel. And I actually did this Rush design and later the other guy, who's we're gonna see later after this guy, during class because I was bored. And I could only sit and stand to hear somebody lecture for so long. Anyways, this is Rush. I went in with the idea of I want him to be as fluffy as possible. I wanted to give him fur that went from his head down his back and just, again, make him as fluffy as possible to kind of emulate the kind of staticky shit going on behind him as he rushes by. I imagine him to be actually pretty big, and just, I don't know, overall just like really large, burly cat, kind of like Maine Coon, I guess, but like not as elegant, I guess. I don't know, I think Maine Coons are elegant. I don't know, cats, dude. I did give him his signature smile. You can see the ugly ass drawing reference I had next to it. And I went in with a gray. Now it was hard to figure out what to do for the patterns, and eventually I ended up going with, I did adjust the gray to make it darker, and then went in with lighter gray splotches. This guy is going to be splotched because I literally do not know what else to do with this guy to emulate the markings around his face and everything, so I made him splotchy and pointy, and yeah. I also made him have a really wide fucking smile, because like that's what the sprite has, and I kind of did some funny splotches on his feet, and I think they're cool. I haven't really done splotches like that before, because I worry about making my designs too complex. I shouldn't have to worry about it, because it is rare I'm gonna animate these guys if I'm gonna be real, and if I animate them, that'll be a later me problem. Anyway, I made his back for black. I cannot speak, and then also added actually some slightly darker grays to kind of break it up a little bit, make it more visually interesting. I don't know, it was kind of boring before, so I'm like, well, fuck it, I'll just like add darker gray in there too to just like, I don't know, like, again, it was too boring. Kind of go in with similar splotches around like his face, his body, anything where there's the lighter gray, I go in just kind of matching along with it, and yeah, that's Rush. Yeah, there he is. Alrighty, so this final cat we're gonna be doing today is Halt. The wheel chose Halt. And luckily I had also had a design for him because a friend of mine, Diana, had requested me to make a design for Halt when I shared the original concept designs of actually Rush, Figure, and Seek. I have those, so yeah. Anyway, I went in thinking this is gonna be a miserable old man, and that's what he turned out to be. I made his eyes stars, like the stars in his eyes, kind of like the glow with like, oh, I'm gonna fucking kill you looking eyes. Just made him kind of like the iris people, I guess, and just overall made his entire shape very similar to like the ghosty kind of hair, pointy stuff or whatever. I don't know what to call it. The end of his body, I made it kind of emulate that the best I could and give him ear tufts that kind of went down because I wanted his design to very much float downwards in a way. But I will say, coloring this guy was a pain in the ass because I had no idea what I was gonna do because this guy's sprite has constantly moving colors to kind of give it that effect. So he had 50 million colors. So I'm like, well, fuck it. Why don't I just try to get as many colors as I can into this design from this guy? So I did. I went in with this, I went in with a base color of like whatever the base I could find was, went in with a darker blue, and actually give him lighter bluey cyan stripes along with it to kind of emulate the kind of bands going around him. I did eventually go in with a lighter blue for the underbelly and details like that on its paws to kind of like give it some, brighten it up a little bit. I don't know, it was too many dark colors coming together and I didn't really like it. I did go in with another like kind of desaturated blue kind of as well because that was one of the colors that was in there and it like really kind of helped bring this together. And again, also added some bit on top of his head and a little star on his chest because why not? He needs it. And just clean up some line work here, and I really like this design. This probably is one of my favorites that I've done. This and probably Guiding Light. I just really like this guy. He's a miserable old man, and I got that perfectly with this design. He's so miserable. Wow, oh my god, you made it at the end of this video. Look at all these fucking kitties, which will be available as soon as this video is up. Anyway, this was fun. I don't know what I'm gonna kind of find next. Probably more pressure characters? I don't know. These bitches are hard to make designs for. Anyway, peace out. Have a great day. Bye-bye.